Hello, everybody. It is Aspe Lefem again, uh, doing this YouTube thing, and yeah, I wanted to talk to you about a subject particularly dear to my heart because it's been plaguing me for years, and I know other folk on the spectrum encounter this, and I know a few trans folk that encounter this, and that is anger. There's a lot to get angry about in this world, but I don't want to go into the reasons of what makes us angry or why we should be angry or times to get angry. Or I just want to tell you the effects of anger because I let it consume me for decades, and I was miserable. It's like an emotional heroin in a sense because it is easy to go to when things go south, and it does. It tears apart your body so much. Like I used to get really nasty headaches all the time. I would have insomnia, and it was I had hives. I had um, there were times where I would feel so drained and so unmotivated to do anything because I was so wrapped up in my own self-perpetuated misery that I couldn't function. And I was like that for years. And there's something with and I was gonna write a whole bunch of like points for another video, but I'm just gonna, I guess, freestyle all this in a sense. But anger, I remember when I first was a kid, and I would just get very obsessive about whatever. And or things that and it gets obsessed to the point where it's like things that go a certain way. If they didn't go that way, then I would just rage. Something that I used to do a lot, just play video games, same video games over and over and over again. And to me, it felt like, oh, if I didn't beat this, level in the video game, that my life isn't complete for some reason, and I would like a square peg through round hole get through the level, and I would be raging. I wouldn't be having fun, and it was just like I remember like I would I was like, oh, the level signs are stupid. This is unfair, and I would just yell that out to my family's dismay or annoyance because they had to. I was living with my parents when I was obviously when I was a kid, but and it's all I knew. But the problem is that that mentality of like everything had to be perfect, and if something didn't go the way I wanted to, I would just rage because that's all I knew. Like that mentality went into other aspects of my life, school, for instance. If I didn't get this good enough grades, then I would just be angry, and I would let fester in class. And I remember when I used to do my math homework, I would spend hours each evening raging about like, oh, why can't I do this right? Why am I not getting this? Is this so hard? This is unfair. They shouldn't do this. And I would say some very foul things about the teacher and the people wrote the math books, and it was just, it was not a good, happy time. And I did that essentially my entire, you know, school career. Same thing even in college. I didn't learn. I didn't mature up. I would get so angry about subjects because, like, again, I had to have everything perfect in control, and if something happened that like messed up my schedule, I would just rage. I'd get very, very angry. Other things that happened later. Sorry for the little delay. I was just thinking of what next to say. Well, I mean, school, then jobs. Every job I've had, I've gotten angry. Well, most every job. There are two that I didn't necessarily get angry in. I did get depressed. But that's a story for another time. But all the other five jobs, I just got angry. And my coworkers didn't like that. I can't blame them. If I was to work with me, then I would be very annoyed with myself because I was an asshole. Like, who wants to work with an employee who is swearing the entire day? That's saying vile shit the entire day. No one. And that, like, and it was all like pointless too, because of all that and of all the energy that I spent getting angry, I could have used it to actually do my job, do my homework, do my play the damn video game, and it's like it consumed me for most of my life because that's all I knew. And then I would watch a lot of videos on YouTube, like rage videos. I used to watch a lot of like angry responses to video games, and I enjoyed it. Like, it was like crack to me because it was like, oh, these people were getting angry at this, and it was just addictive. Like, it felt good to see that, and that's all I watched. Like, before I work, that's what I watched. After work, that's what I watched. I would constantly expose myself to that shit. And then what happened is that I was fucking miserable because I never got a break. Also, the music I listened to was very aggressive and loud and violent at times. And I was tense. Well, to say the least, I was miserable, utterly miserable. And something about anger is that it feels good. It's like you want to get angry. What I did is I created like this level of like intensity that that I then would like fantasize about. In a sense, like I would, like, if something didn't go well at work, I would just create this whole elaborate scenario in with my imagination of like, oh, this is what's going to happen. This. I'm going to be angry at this person. I'm going to be angry at this person, and then it's going to have this effect. I'm going to be angry about that, and it continued to go and take and transform into a being of its own. And I did that all the time. Because something with autism is like you tend to have black and white thinking, and it's hard for us to see the gray. And certainly for me, like for me, it's like this. It's either this or that. And unfortunately, that's not how life works. It's not like that at all. There's so much gray Sorry about that. My computer screensaver went up. I'm still getting used to all this. But yeah, so there's so much gray in life that if you get angry at every little damn thing, you're gonna not be living. You're going to be worrying about the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And I get like everyone's situation is different. There are times where it's okay to get angry. If you've been like had an injustice done to you, then it's okay to get angry. If you nearly got killed by because some asshole like cut you off and you nearly hit somebody, okay, yeah, that I can see. Yeah, I would be angry too. I'd be giving the person the middle finger. Uh, who tried to do that to me. I mean, there are times, but to get angry, to let anger be a daily part of you, like that's not healthy. Like anger should be used sparingly and to used to be an effective tool to either push yourself or to change. Um, Not remain stagnant. Like with my transition, like I was angry about my gender for such a long time. I still feel really shitty about the stash, which I will get rid of hopefully starting this year, but another time. But with like that, I just got set to a point where it's just like I gotta change, and so I did. Started hormones. But that's just one aspect. I still got my other stressors. I got job stressors. I got rent stressors. I got skill stressors. Like, oh, should I take classes and stuff like that? It's like it goes on. um, so if I let it like that, so if I let myself allow myself to get just remain angry all the time, I'm going to not get anything done because I'm going to be exuding all my energy and not focus on change. And that's only something I'm starting to learn. And transitioning for me helps a lot because it's like, oh, I'm actually doing something that I've been wanting to do. All right. And my job. It's not ideal, but it's just a job. No one's out to get me. It's just a job. My apartment situation is not too bad. Skills, fine. Sign up for a class. All normal stuff. And I think, looking back, I just remember the times I would just let the anger fester in my mind, and I would brood over things for such a long time. And there was no point in it. I used alcohol for a while to numb a lot of the feelings from that. There was a point. I got kind of worrisome. I drank a 6-pack in 30 minutes, and this was like 9%. Yeah, that was not a good time. So, I know it's hard to, going back to the autism perspective, I know it's hard to get the whole, I know this is a lot of, it's big talk coming from a stranger online, but it's. I want to say that I believe you can, control your anger if you have anger issues. And you don't even have, even if you're not on the spectrum, if you have anger issues, I believe you can, control it because it's a beast. The anger is, I feel, a symptom of other things. Like for me, it was a lot of depression, insecurities, self doubt, a lot of ugly stuff, all wrapped. Dysphoria, OCD, uh, feelings of stagnation, and a bit of paranoia, all wrapped into one ugly thing. And what happens? Well, it produced this opaque, feeling of madness. I'm trying to be poetic there. Just if you want, what I've done to combat a lot of my anger is, is I've seen a therapist. That was an action. Star transition, that was an action. Networked, that was an action. Signed up for a class, that was an action. Started going to more social groups, which is also an action. So take action, do things that push your comfort zone. Distract yourself from yourself. Meet people. As cliche as it may sound, meet people. Whether it's I was going to say if it's in real life or online, but I think online still has a valid place. I mean, there's places like Discord, YouTube, forums like Reddit. I mean, you can. I do believe in the power of what tools are out there to do good. I know there's a lot of evil shit that's going on, but I really do feel in the end of the day that we're still able to connect with one another. And I'll go into that in another video, but overall, just focus on you, self-preservation. And for me, self-preservation is just taking actions and all action steps to better myself. And they can be small stuff. Like I used to get really angry about a lot of trivial stuff at my job. And I'm telling myself, it's just a job. It is what it is. I'm not the star employee. And that's okay. Star record number producing employee or all that. And that's fine. Just a job. Well, didn't get much accomplished today. Just a job. Next day, did okay. Just a job. Social events, trying to get more active and stuff. That's helping. Just trying to get out more. So yeah, that was. I hope that my incoherent rambling, made sense to somebody. Because anger is a beast, and it's a beast that rears its ugly head, and it just consumes everything. And we as human beings can be angry. Just gotta stand up to it. It takes guts to do, but it can be done. It's a long, arduous process. I'm by no means fixed with it. Done with it. Sorry, my screen once again went to screensaver mode. But yeah, you can beat anger and be more productive. Because it wears on. Because in the end of the day, it does wear on somebody. Wears on your body, wears on your mind until you feel like a zombie. No soul, no purpose, no drive. It eats away at you. So, yeah, you don't want that to be your life. Try to focus on you. And it's not selfish; it's necessary. Anyway, I think that was long-winded enough. Hopefully, I made some semblance of sense. Um, yeah. So, yeah. So I hope you have a good evening or good morning wherever you are in the world. And always remember that you are human. Bye.